just lessons I instilled in them to work. You got to work hard if
Yes.
you want good results. You know, there are no shortcuts.
So if Jay-Z is living elsewhere, Daily Mail coming out with this thing that he's living elsewhere, they're basically living in different houses. That also alludes to the fact that they're probably not doing well themselves. The communication, the marriage, issues between them, things aren't going well, and that probably they are co-parenting in some kind of way.
As a close friend of Jay-Z, what was your reaction to him opening up about his infidelities in the Family Feud video?
Yeah. I mean, that's what music gives you the power to do. And I think that, you know, once you're ready to share it with your fans in the world, then nobody can judge it.
Y'all, things are getting real messy in the Knowles-Carter family. Beyonce's mom, Tina Knowles, is reportedly going off after losing 2 of her prized beach houses, one to devastating wildfires and the other to foreclosure. But what's really got people talking is the speculation that Tina's blaming Beyonce for not stepping in to help. I mean, Bey is worth over $1 billion, so why didn't she step up when her mom needed her most? Let's break it all down. In early January, Tina Knowles took to Instagram to share her devastation after her Malibu beach house, her sacred happy place, was destroyed by wildfires. She posted a video showing the view from her bungalow, captioning it with heartfelt words about how the house had been her sanctuary. The retired fashion designer also expressed gratitude toward firefighters and first responders, acknowledging how much worse things could have been without their bravery. But that's not all. This wasn't the only property Tina lost. Just weeks earlier, her beloved beach house in Galveston, Texas, was repossessed by the bank after it went into foreclosure. The house had been deemed a public safety hazard due to extensive damage from Hurricane Ike back in 2008. And despite years of warnings, the necessary repairs were never made. Now, here's where things get interesting. Rumors are swirling that Tina is upset with Beyonce for not stepping in financially to help her out. Let's be real, Beyonce is worth over $1 billion, and many fans believe that if she wanted to, she could have easily paid for the repairs on the Galveston property, or even bought her mom a new beach house altogether. According to insiders, Tina allegedly feels abandoned by Beyonce during one of the most challenging times in her life. Sure, Beyonce has her hands full with her career and family, but fans are saying she should at least help her mom. The speculation is adding fuel to the fire, with many wondering if this is causing a rift in their once close relationship. Word on the street is that finances might be tight in the Carter household. And no, not because they're broke, but because Jay-Z is neck deep in legal trouble. According to reports, Jay-Z and Diddy have been dragged into a lawsuit accusing them of SA that allegedly took place back in 2000. The plaintiff, identified as Jane Doe, claimed that both men SA'd her after the MTV Music Awards when she was just 13 years old.
Today we're learning a New York federal judge has ruled that for now, an Alabama woman who says she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs when she was 13, she can proceed without her name being released.
Jay-Z has denied all allegations and is now fighting to have the lawsuit thrown out. His lawyer, Alex Spiro, has been hard at work defending him. But let's be real, attorneys like Spiro don't come cheap. Fans are speculating that much of the Carters' money is being funneled into legal fees, which could explain why Beyonce didn't step in to help her mom financially.
It happened over 20 years ago. Maybe her memory is hazy. Maybe her father doesn't remember that night.
No, she's doubled down on certain of these details. She says, I'm positive. She points out the tattoo. She talks about that tattoo in vivid detail. Turns out that's completely false.
According to Jay-Z's legal team, the lawsuit filed by attorney Tony Buzbee is riddled with inaccuracies. Buzbee initially named Diddy as the sole defendant, but later added Jay-Z to the mix. Jay-Z's team pointed out that NBC News conducted an investigation and found that several claims made in the lawsuit were either false or questionable. For instance, Jane Doe's father was allegedly supposed to have picked her up after the incident, but he reportedly doesn't even remember doing so, which raises serious doubts about the timeline of events.
The acts complained of in these cases that we're going to file occurred primarily in New York, either Manhattan or the Hamptons, or occurred in California, primarily in Los Angeles.
And the father is supposed to be picking her up. 10-hour drive round trip to pick her up in the middle of the night. Has no memory of that. No one has come forward about this in nearly a quarter of a century, and that's because this never happened.
Jay-Z's lawyers are now not only asking for the case to be dismissed, but are also requesting that Buzbee face sanctions for filing what they call a baseless lawsuit. While nothing has been proven yet, the stress and cost of such high-profile legal battles are likely taking a toll on both Jay-Z and Beyoncé. And with this kind of heat, you can't blame them for tightening up their finances and keeping a low profile. Aside from the financial strain from Jay-Z's lawsuit, the Knowles household has reportedly been in turmoil ever since Diddy's arrest. Let's not forget, Jay-Z and Diddy have been tight for years. They've been spotted at countless events together, working on business deals, and yes, even attending Diddy's infamous parties, which are now being alleged as FOs. And now, with the rumors swirling that Diddy is being encouraged to snitch on his high-profile friends, including the Carters, things are getting tense. According to reports, Diddy might be offered a deal if he cooperates with the authorities. This means spilling all the tea about those wild parties, the shady business deals, and yes, possibly exposing Jay-Z and Beyoncé in the process. Tina Knowles, being no stranger to the industry's dark side, allegedly knows that if Diddy snitches, it's game over for the Carters. We're talking about secrets that could shatter their image and empire.
I believe the reports, and obviously Diddy is someone who's rich and famous and has lived a life of luxury for many years, and now he's in federal prison.
And here's where things get even messier. There's been long-standing speculation that Beyoncé and Jay-Z's relationship didn't start out on the up and up. Allegedly, when they first linked up, Beyoncé was still a teenager, and many believe their marriage was more of a strategic business arrangement than a love story. Sure, it worked. Together, they became one of the richest and most powerful couples in the world. But when Tina needed help the most, that financial power was nowhere to be found. And just when you thought things couldn't get worse, here's another twist. Back in August 2024, Tina Knowles reportedly had to fork out a hefty $300,000 as part of her divorce settlement with Richard Lawson. The two had been married for 8 years before filing for divorce in July 2023, citing irreconcilable differences. While they waived spousal support, Tina agreed to this one-time payment, representing Lawson's share of their community property and obligations.
Tina Knowles' divorce settlement revealed $300,000 lump sum, no speaking negatively about Beyonce and Blue Ivy.
For someone who recently faced foreclosure on her Texas property and lost her Malibu sanctuary to wildfires, having to pay a six-figure sum couldn't have come at a worse time. Fans are speculating that this $300,000 payout might have contributed to Tina's inability to sort her finances and prevent the foreclosure of her home. After all, that's no small amount, especially when paired with the emotional toll of ending an 8-year marriage. It didn't take long for rumors to swirl that Beyoncé was considering filing for divorce from Jay-Z once the whole Diddy saga started heating up. Whispers in the industry claimed that Queen Bey was ready to walk away with billions, using the opportunity to distance herself from the growing legal mess surrounding Jay-Z. Fans speculated that a well-timed split could not only protect her personal brand, but also allow her to cash out big time. But just when everyone thought it was about to be over for hip-hop's power couple, nothing happened. No official statements, no divorce filings, nothing. This left many wondering whether Beyoncé was trying to hold things together or if there was something more behind her decision to stay. For those who don't know, Beyoncé and Jay-Z have had financial safeguards in place since day one. Their original prenuptial agreement reportedly outlined some pretty hefty payouts for Beyoncé in case of divorce. According to sources, Bey was set to receive $10 million if they split before 2 years of marriage. After the 2-year mark, she would get $1 million for each year they remained married, up to 15 years. That's not even including the additional $5 million she would get for each child they had, totaling $15 million for Blue Ivy and the twins.
They signed it in 2008, and it says that Beyonce gets $5 million for every kid that they have, $10 million if they divorce before 2 years, and $1 million a year that they stay married up to 15 years. It also made sure that their premarital assets stayed separate and that they had financial transparency.
But here's where things get interesting. As their wealth grew, they allegedly added a post-nuptial agreement to supplement the original prenup. With the Carters' combined net worth now sitting at well over $1 billion, it's no surprise they wanted to lock things down even tighter. If Beyoncé had decided to leave Jay-Z in 2025, she would have been married to him for 17 years, meaning she could theoretically have walked away with at least $30 million in payouts based on their alleged prenup, plus whatever else her legal team could negotiate. As if the Carter household didn't have enough drama swirling around them, sources are now claiming that Solange Knowles is deeply concerned about her sister's well-being and career amid Jay-Z's ongoing Child SA lawsuit. According to insiders, Solange fears that if Beyoncé continues to stand by Jay-Z during this scandal, it could be disastrous for her public image, with some even speculating that there might be no coming back from this. It's no secret that Solange and Jay-Z have a tense history. If you recall, Solange has been vocal about her issues with the rapper for years. The most infamous example? That explosive 2014 elevator fight at the Standard Hotel after the Met Gala. TMZ famously paid a reported $250,000 for the footage showing Solange physically attacking Jay-Z, while Beyoncé stood off to the side, seemingly unbothered. At the time, many believed the altercation was due to Jay-Z's alleged infidelity, and now it seems Solange's long-standing concerns about his behavior are coming back into the spotlight. According to a close source, Solange reportedly told Beyoncé, "I warned you a decade ago, and you wouldn't listen." The insider claims Solange has been frustrated for years by Beyoncé's decision to stay with Jay-Z, despite numerous rumors of his unfaithfulness. From the infamous Lemonade album that detailed Jay-Z's alleged cheating to the current legal mess he's caught up in, Solange feels like her sister deserves better. And honestly, many fans seem to agree with Solange. On social media, people have been expressing concern about Beyoncé's decision to stick by Jay-Z amid these serious allegations. Some believe that her loyalty might backfire, damaging not only her reputation, but also her mental health. Solange, being the protective sister she is, appears to be thinking along the same lines. Now, Beyoncé is reportedly leaning heavily on her former Destiny's Child bandmate, Michelle Williams, amid the fallout from Jay-Z's lawsuit and his ties to Diddy. According to sources, Beyoncé has been feeling confused and shocked by the serious allegations surrounding her husband. Insiders claim she has spent the past few days crying and struggling to process everything. And this is where Michelle comes in. The source noted that Michelle, who's currently starring in Death Becomes Her on Broadway, has been a huge source of comfort for Beyoncé during this difficult time. Apparently, Michelle has been praying with Beyoncé daily, helping her navigate the emotional roller coaster she's on. Their friendship runs deep, dating back to the early 2000s when Michelle joined Destiny's Child after the exit of LaToya Luckett and Latavia Roberson. Despite often being labeled as the third wheel of Destiny's Child, Michelle has proven time and again that she's more than just a background figure. The source added that Michelle's unwavering faith and spiritual strength have helped Beyoncé in the past, especially during rough patches like the early 2000s Beyoncé hate train after the group's shakeup.
Respect my respect my gangster.
Now, once again, Michelle is stepping up. When she's not busy with her Broadway commitments, she's been speaking with Beyoncé every evening, offering prayers and emotional support. And honestly, it seems like Beyoncé needs it more than ever. With her mother, Tina Knowles, and other close friends by her side, it's clear that Bey is surrounded by love, but it's also clear she's not in a good place. Meanwhile, Jay-Z has reportedly been trying to reassure Beyoncé that he isn't guilty of the accusations being thrown his way. According to The Insider, he's infuriated that his friendship with Diddy has dragged him into this legal nightmare. While Jay-Z is focused on proving his innocence, Beyoncé is left dealing with the emotional fallout. To make things worse, Beyoncé has had to cancel several surprise promotional appearances due to the ongoing stress. And with everything that's going on, who can blame her? This isn't just about a scandal, it's about their entire world being turned upside down. As y'all have seen, the Knowles family has definitely had better days than these ones. With everything going on, from Jay-Z's lawsuit to Tina Knowles' personal struggles, it's safe to say they're in the middle of some serious chaos. But despite all that, the family made a rare public appearance together a few weeks ago during the premiere of Mufasa, The Lion King. This time, they showed up to support Blue Ivy, who plays the voiceover for Kiara in the movie. Now, While this appearance might have seemed like a moment of unity, it also raises questions. Tina Knowles, who's clearly been struggling financially and emotionally, was right there supporting her granddaughter. But when it comes to receiving support herself, allegedly, Tina hasn't been getting nearly enough in return from Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Sure, showing up for Blue Ivy is sweet, but it doesn't exactly solve the deeper issues brewing behind the scenes. Either way, appearances aside, the Knowles family is clearly going through it right now. Between lawsuits, family drama, and public scrutiny, things could definitely be better. But with everything happening all at once, it's hard to say when or if they'll catch a break anytime soon. Now, with everything going down, you have to wonder, will Beyoncé finally distance herself from Jay-Z to protect her legacy? Is Tina Knowles right to call out her daughter for not stepping up during tough times? And could this entire saga actually bring the Knowles family closer together or push them further apart? Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Also, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more real-time celebrity drama. And don't forget to check out the next video on your end screen. It's even more revealing than this one.